Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Welcome right here to the live show here on Houston's Tejano Hits. That's right. And I'm your host, Keith Leal, and I would like to welcome right here for the very first time to the show, Maritza Gomez. That's right. And we are talking about singer-songwriter from Laredo, Texas. Okay. Welcome to the show, Maritza. Let me get this off here right quick. There we go. Welcome to the show.
Hola, Keith. Gracias. Thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. Well, it's an honor to have you here on the show. I know we've been trying to set this up for some time. Finally got it, and you are here today to talk about music and a lot of things that are happening with you. There's a lot of things actually happening with you. A lot of great things in the works for you, and we'll get to all that here during the show as well. So again, let's let everybody know out there that's watching the show, and wherever you guys may be watching or streaming the show, let's share the live, guys. Okay, share the live. Maritza Gomez is my guest. Tell them a little bit about yourself and where you're from. Well, we know Laredo, Texas, but tell them a little bit about your background and your musical background.
Yes, claro que sí. Saludos a todos. I'm from Laredo, Texas, the border to Mexico. Soy fronteriza. It's Laredo, Texas, into Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas. So we're
Okay.
just divided by the river, the Rio Grande River, and here in my hometown we know it as the Rio Bravo. I started singing at a young age. Uh,
Okay.
Texas. I must have been about 7, 8 years old. And then I started writing. Well, actually, without me even knowing that I was writing, listening to, uh, I used to enjoy listening to the music, but then I would take away the lyrics of that song that I really liked and
Mm-hmm.
place them with mine.
Oh wow. Okay, that's something different.
Yeah. Well, do that. And I always liked writing in school. English was my favorite subject at the time. Um, and I loved to write stories and not to brag or anything, but I would always make an A in that particular subject. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Okay.
with the music, when I would listen to a song, it didn't matter what genre it was. uh, I would I liked it so much, but I wanted my own words, so I would replace it.
Mm-hmm.
I would sing it
You
with,
would sing it with
but
your words.
I would sing it
Brilliant.
own words, and I didn't know at the time that I was writing songs. I was just putting my own words to it, and
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes I didn't even have to write it. I would just sing my own words in there somehow. I don't know. It just came naturally to me to do it. And then it was not until October of 2020, during COVID, that after the loss of a very close dear friend of the family, I sat down and started to write a song. Um, it's called Grita Conmigo. It's a mariachi song. But I didn't, I mean, I just sat down and it's just within minutes
Mm-hmm.
wrote it. I was longing for the gatherings, family gatherings, and friends in my backyard where we would
Yeah.
all get together and sing. Um, and so I just wrote from my soul, pour it all out into the paper. And it so happened that at the time, um, Ruben Vargas who's been on my production team ever since, was giving my daughter virtual violin lessons.
Okay.
And to me, this COVID thing was just going to be a couple of days.
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
We've never experienced anything like that, so it was kind of like, okay, when is this going to end? You know?
yeah. So I asked him, hey, do you give voice lessons? Because to me it was like, hey, I'm just going to practice, voice, and then or brush up on my voice, and then come back with family gatherings, and then we'll have a contest again, and hey, I'm going to be ready, you know
Yeah.
more than ready.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah. So we started it and such, and then after a few days he says, hey, have you ever thought about recording? And I said, what? And I said, you know what? I wrote a song. It's a mariachi song. Um, and so I sang it to him. And, when I wrote it, And this is another interesting thing that I really didn't even think about it at the time. But when I wrote it, I went back and instead of reading it, I was singing it.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, okay.
Yeah.
So when I sang it to Ruben, I already knew the rhythm, the harmony, everything, and it was a mariachi song. And
Right.
so we started to record at the time, well, because we could not have all the musicians in one room. He plays all instruments, so if you hear the song, it's like a big mariachi, right? Like an actual mariachi Vargas, and it's
Hmm.
playing all the instruments, you know.
Wow.
So it was just amazing. And so, from there, or from then, you know it just took off.
Just blossomed from
Yeah.
there. Yeah, and took off. Yeah, doing a lot of great things right now. Maritza Gomez, my guest tonight, guys, right here on the show. What role did music play in your upbringing there, and your family wise? You know what I mean? Your family. How do they influence your love for music?
Well, my paternal grandfather used to play with an orchestra, um, and my mom used to sing in Mexico, right? And at school, they would always choose her to sing, and so music was always around us.
Hmm.
We sang in church, we sang at home, sang at family gatherings. So it was always part of us growing up, and it didn't really matter the genre. We would, sing it. We would
Yeah.
be amongst it, and it was just normal for us to get up and sing. You know,
Yeah.
it was never a hesitation. In fact, they would always ask us. We were be at parties and, hey, come on, let's sing. Let's have Maritza sing. Let's have so and so sing. Let's all come up and sing. And for us, it was normal.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an everyday thing, right? Yeah. Yep. I
Cool.
get that. Yeah, and your family, you know what I mean, and that's a good thing right there. I mean, and again, you have their support también. Shout out to Dallas Fort Worth right now over with the Mr. Buddy Salcedo también over there with the Tejano Talk. It's Tejano time out there, so he's tuned in as well. Saludos, amigo.
Claro que sí. Saludos a todos. Thank you for
Yo- yes, for sure. Yolanda Gonzalez también is tuned in. Saludos, Maritza. She says there.
thank you for tuning in. Muchísimas gracias.
Michela Promotions. Hey, Keith. Hey, Maritza. Hello, everyone.
Yep.
Saludos. We've got Mr. George Vences también is tuned into the show right now. Saludos, everyone. Maritza Gomez is an amazing artist. Yes, in fact, she is. And he's going to be on, she's going to be on his show very, very soon también. So just go out there and check him out. Once again, look him up there on Facebook, George Vences. And he's got a great thing coming up right here. I'm not sure when the date is. Do you have the date on that show?
It's Saturday. This
Saturday.
o'clock Central Standard Time, Texas time. I will be on a show for the release of my new music video, Valiente.
There you go. Check that out, guys. Also, saludos to my brother and Maritza, Mr. ACO Productions there as well. Saludos. Thank you for tuning in right there, Mr. Alejandro Lopez. So, guys, everybody that's tuned into the show, share the live. And if you got anything for Maritza, for sure, drop it in the box. She'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So, Maritza, singer songwriter. What inspires your songwriting, and do you draw from personal experiences or stories? When it comes to songwriting.
You know, it's interesting to note, and that sometimes when when we're growing up, and you at the time you think about it, of everybody that you encountered, and at the time you probably didn't like it because you wanted to be doing something else. Like in my case, my grandmother would always choose me to go and visit our loved ones during Dia de los Muertos
Mm-hmm.
in Mexico.
Okay.
Dia de los Muertos in Mexico, right? It's all about family. It's all about going to see your loved ones. So, I'm I'm still a child, and I want to play with my family members. And so it's when everybody comes together, and yet, my grandmother said, ya nos vamos.
Hmm.
Why? ¿Por qué? No, ya no
Why?
vamos a ir al panteón. We're going to go to the cemetery. ¿Para qué? I want to stay. I want to play. Yo quiero jugar. No,
Hmm.
vamos. So there we go. And my grandmother loved to talk. She was very eloquent, and um, she didn't have to know it, the people to start a conversation. And so there I was. I had no other choice but to be there and listen.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of those people would tell her stories of their loved ones that they were going to go and visit. And so a lot of my songs are from those encounters,
Those encounters.
those stories, and current stories as well. When I graduated from college, I'm an English major, so I have a bachelor's in English, and I have a master's in curriculum and instruction with a minor in English. So
Hmm.
I always wanted to write a book, but as a high school teacher, and even grown ups, we really don't want to read long books. We want to watch the movies, right?
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Movies, want to see that. So I said, I'm going to write short stories, but in the form of a song.
Hmm.
So that's what my songs are. They're short stories with music. And sometimes I might be somewhere at a restaurant, or at a park. People are there, and they might say something, and it sparks something into my thought, into what
Right.
I want to use, or what I needed to finish a song. And I just write it down,
Write it down.
finish it.
And yeah, and everything else is history, guys.
Yeah,
Definitely, for
yeah.
sure.
It's fun in the sense that sometimes that there's abilities that you didn't know you had until it just magically happens. I
Yeah.
sometimes, and I might finish a song in 3 minutes, sometimes in 9 minutes, sometimes a little
Yeah.
longer. But it just magically happens. And not
Yeah.
only do I write it, but when I come back, I'm already singing it, knowing the genre of that
Yeah.
particular song.
Hmm.
So yeah, I believe that everyone has that ability. It's just that we just have not dug deep enough to realize that we have it. You know,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
when I was, like I said, when I was young, I was writing songs, and I didn't know. To me, it was just like, oh, I'm replacing the lyrics. That was my thought. I'm replacing the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I was actually writing.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes. And Michela says here, promotion says, if this makes any sense, she says, what would you tell your 5-year-old self? Is there anything that you would have told her that you didn't know now? If that makes sense, she says.
Michela. That sounds
But
like a prompt from a writing prompt. Um, what would I tell myself as a 5-year-old? Not to be afraid, not to be afraid of expressing yourself in writing.
mhm,
Um, just pour it out. Keep writing. Don't hesitate. Don't worry about your penmanship. The way you write, because now
yeah,
we're typing. Here we are with technology. So, but
right,
and we had a pen or a pencil and paper, and sometimes that was my fear when I was writing. They're not gonna understand my the way I write, you
hmm,
know. So, and I really didn't like to print. To just I think that's what we call it, right? When you're just printing instead of doing cursive. So sometimes they would tell me, I can't understand this word. What did you mean to say? And um, so I think it was that, because of my cursive, the way I would write. It was sometimes difficult to understand, even in school with my teachers. So I think it would be that, as a 5-year-old, uh, don't be afraid of the way you write, even of the way you're typing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, you misspell a word. Well, now we have AI. They'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
Express yourself. Express yourself. Write from your heart, from your soul, and then just enjoy your writing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to reflect,
Hmm.
right? And that's the best time, when you're reflecting, and that's when your lyrics come out
Come
more
out more. Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. Well, Michelle says also, she says, always interesting. And let me see, let me get that on the screen right here. Interesting to know that. Thank you for answering my questions. So,
Thank you, Michela. Appreciate it. Yes.
yes. So that's everybody that's on there right now tuned into the show as well. As the, like George says, if you guys inbox George right now for any bookings, anything like that on Maritza, for sure, Maritza Gomez. So, you can inbox him for more details or more information if you need. So call George right there, and he'll give you all the details as well. All right. So, yes. So thank you guys for tuning into the show right now. Saludos and bendiciones a Maritza desde Chicago for Mr. Joe Leal, also tuned in.
Saludos, Joe. Chicago. Yeah.
Always tuned into the show. Great guy, as a matter of fact. I had him on a while back as well. It's good. So yes, let me. I got some more people here watching here on our platforms over here. Maritza, I'm going to say hello to. Let's see, we got Mr. Juan Trevino as well to watching the show. Saludos, Mr. Juan Trevino.
Saludos, Juan.
We got also Robert Gomez is tuned into the show. Vicky V is tuned in. También. We got Yvonne. We also have Ramona Rubio. Let's see here. We got Leti Cantu, I believe it is.
Hola, Leti.
Let's see. Who else we got on here right now? Mary Alice Tejarina también. Gabino Perez. Linda Castillo. Saludos. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yes. So we got some music that we're going to play here. Actually, a couple of videos we want to share with you guys out there as well. But we're going to talk about them before we get those on for everybody that's tuned into the show right now. Valientes is your current single that's out right now, right? And that's out on airwaves, and it's on all digital platforms también. So if you guys like what you hear, go out there and add it to your playlist. That's why we're here. We're here to promote some music as well and get a little bit of background on Maritza, talk a little bit about everything that she's got going on. And we've got some great stuff to talk about when we come back after the video. But let's get some scoop on Valientes. Talk to me a little bit about that song, because we're going to play the video right after that.
Yeah, so Valientes is my latest release, my latest single, and I this song came as a result of what was happening, or started happening, in February. I really didn't know that it was happening until I turned on the TV. I sat down. I think it was on a Saturday. I sat down and I saw everything that was happening, and then the social media, all over social media. And so I said, I need to write a song that tells our story, the story from our perspective, with
Right.
with so much respect towards our people. And so I moved away from all of that, and I went into the living room. I closed the curtains, everything, just and I told my family, do not interrupt. I need to be alone for a little bit. And which I rarely tell them that, you know. But they were even surprised that I said it, but they had no idea that I was going to go write a song. They were just wondering, oh, maybe mom needs a break.
Yeah. Just stay away.
So
So.
I did. I think the only one that knew what I was doing was my Labradoodle, my dog. He follows us everywhere, and he joined me, and I just started writing writing from the heart, from the soul, um, and and then I contacted my production team, Ruben Vargas, and I said, Ruben, I wrote a song. It's called Valientes, but just like the word says, it's gonna be my first time singing this genre, but I want to do norteño.
Yeah.
And I think this is the best way to tell our story.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "What story?" And I still didn't have the title for the song
For the
yet.
song yet.
Yeah. So I started singing a piece of it, to him on the phone, and he said, okay, let's do it. So we had planned on a date to record it, and remember, I wrote it in February, but he fell ill. He got sick. So I said, no, I don't want anyone else to come in and finish the song or start the song. So, it's okay, we'll wait. I said, go ahead and get ready and get better, and we'll get in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So he got better, and we were supposed to release it or sing it at fanfare, and our engineer fell ill.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So it was that time of the year, huh?
Yeah, so the song it didn't come out either at fanfare until a week later. We finished the song, and then it was released. It was released, and it has been making some noise in different places. It opened some doors for me, including California. And it just recently also got me a nomination the
Yes.
very first time with the Guadalupe Conjunto Awards,
Yeah.
and
Female Entertainer of the Year, correct?
Female Entertainer of the Year. And
Nice.
this is the first time that I sing this genre. I feel strongly that as a singer songwriter, especially as a songwriter, you should not limit yourself into what you're going to write. I think that if you're writing, then you should explore other
Mm-hmm.
genres, and just write from the heart.
Yeah.
Just do what you enjoy doing, and writing and singing. So that's what I wanted to do, and I wanted to tell this story, the Valiente story, in that genre, in norteño.
That'll work. So we're going to play that video for everybody out there, and then we'll get back and talk a little bit more about the song as well. Right here, Maritza Gomez, my guest here on the Keith Leal Radio Show, Houston's TejanoHits.com live show. Check out the video, and we'll be right back.
Vengo de tierras lejanas, trabajo de noche y día, dejo a mis hijos
Maritza Gomez right there. Valientes is the name of the tune right here. Let me check this out right here for everybody. That's released there. It's not too long ago, but it's her latest single right now. It's currently available on all streaming platforms. So go out there, Spotify Music, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever it's available. Go out there, guys, and add it to your playlist if you want that tune. All right. Maritza Gomez is the name. Valientes is the name of the song. Okay. Go out there and check that out. Grab it while you can. All right. So it's available for everybody out there. Yes. And a big shout out to Mr. Ricky Duran también, who's tuned into the show. That's not Ricky, but Lamana M is on our YouTube channel and dancing away over there with that song. So awesome. Mr. Ricky Duran también, Mr. Rick the Joker Duran is what he says there. So saludos, yes. And we also got, let me get some more people out there that are tuned in right now. Paul Cruz también, Paul Cruz, Johnny Guerra is tuned in también, Johnny San Miguel, Sabrina Hernandez, Todd Terry, saludos. Thank you so much for watching the show, guys. And my guest tonight is Maritza Gomez, all right, from Laredo, Texas, singer, songwriter, and she's got a lot of things happening right now with her music-wise. But you also just released, well, not just released, you released a song, was it, you said back in 23, a Mother's Day song also? Tell me a little bit about that experience that you had recording that that song, or something. There was something that you were telling me before the show about that song, but I want to get everybody's attention on that.
Yeah, song I wrote it for my mom, and it was released in May of 2023, and it's called Madre Adorada, and I wrote it especially for her. And so on Mother's Day, again, thanks to technology, we had several laptops, right? She was sitting in my living room. My sister was tuned in. My sisters were tuned in from different parts of Texas. And I told them, I'm going to sing this for mom. She doesn't know. I'm going to surprise her. She doesn't know I wrote this song for her, because they had just uploaded, but it was not like on the platforms yet. So my publisher, Eminentes Publishing, which is Juan Mendoza and Lila, they had just released it. And so I walk into the living room, and I started, with a small speech for my mom, and everyone's tuning in through social media, watching and witnessing, her reaction. And then I start getting emotional. So I could not. I started singing it, but I didn't finish it. And my mom was like, "¿Por qué lloras?" And it was just it's different,
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And a singer-songwriter, it's different when you're in public and you're singing. Sometimes, yes, we get emotional because you're singing our lyrics and you're liking our music, and so that means that we're on the right track. We did good in writing this song for you. But when it's your family, it's just deeper. And so I didn't finish singing it to her, so I just let it play, and she liked it. But then the second time I had another opportunity to sing it, and I was able to finish it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, from beginning to end.
And that song is available. They can still add that song, right? It's on your playlist. I mean, it's on your platforms out there, the digital platforms.
Yes, it's on all the digital platforms. It was also distributed to AM/FM radio networks and internet radio as well.
Wonderful. So you guys can. We do have that song as well, but we didn't upload it because I wasn't sure if we wanted the visual. We wanted some videos to share with you guys out there.
Yes,
but there's no video out for that song, right?
No,
at all. No.
Yeah, I don't have a video for it. But the cover of the song, right? It's my mom and myself when I was young.
Wow. Yep, definitely. I had an opportunity to check that photo out as well earlier when I actually looked through the song, and it was there. So all our songs come with the photos. When you upload it. But yeah, definitely go out there and get it, guys. It's available, and as well as all her other music también as well. Maritza Gomez out of Laredo, Texas, with us here on the show tonight.
Yeah.
So,
especially for this weekend, it's Mother's Day, so
it's perfect
for your mom. It's a mariachi song.
Yeah, it's a perfect time for that, guys. So yeah. So everybody out there, share the live if you're watching the show here on HoustonTejanoHits.com live show. And my guest tonight, Maritza, is with us and sharing her music with the world out there and everybody out there in our land, our radio land. So yes, thank you so much for being on the show tonight as well. Again, what drives your creativity and how do you stay inspired to continue to write music?
I think just mi gente, you know. Again, the fact that I live in La Frontera, so my culture, I'm immersed in it every day. Going to work, going to restaurants, even going outside to water the plants.
Yeah.
You're outside watering grass and watering the plants, and then you smell that grilling, that Mexican tortillas, the salsas, people boiling or cooking the salsa. You can smell it, and it's just wow. It makes you just appreciate more our culture, and and then just keep writing. It just motivates me to write. I'm very blessed to live in La Frontera and see so many Latinos, and be immersed in the culture. And not only that, but the music, you turn on the radio and that's all we hear, Yes, there's English songs, but there's a lot more of our music that you listen to in different genres, and it's just it just motivates me to just write more and make more music for our people.
Exactly. Yeah. So what a great thing right there. Definitely a great feeling right there to have your people out there as well, your fans and whatnot, to encourage you to keep going music. Every time you go and perform at a show and you see people out there dancing to your music, I'm sure that throws out that idea as well. I got to keep going. I like this. This is wonderful. They love my music. So why not? You know what I mean? She made me hungry, Keith. She says, my tummy is growling now. With all that salsa and tortillas and all that. Yes, definitely. So, all right, guys. So we have another video we want to share también with everybody out there. This is another one that was one of her past songs también by the name of Ni Modo, I believe that's what it is.
Ni Modo para todos ustedes.
Yeah, we're going to play that video for everybody out there. Another one from Maritza Gomez right here on the show. Again, if you guys have any questions for her, feel free to drop it wherever you may be watching, whether it be on YouTube, or on social media, on Facebook and whatnot. Thank you so much for tuning in for one. And check out this next video, and we'll be right back here with some more questions with Maritza right here. Check it out.
Cuando era niña, acompañaba a mi abuelita a visitar a nuestros seres queridos, que ahora duermen en el otro mundo. Este es mi libro donde escribo mis canciones y que cuentan las historias de los vivos y de aquellos que ya no están con nosotros. Dicen que cada vez que ellos escuchan sus historias, despiertan y regresan para visitarnos. Mi abuelita decía que mientras recordemos y contemos las historias de nuestros seres queridos, ellos siempre vivirán.
Sin importarte mi dolor, ni modo.
Ni modo. That's it right there.
Oh,
Maritza Gomez, that is another one of her songs right there. It's available también to grab on all streaming platforms. And if yes, and that you did have a that was the video that you were telling me about. That's something there on the river, right? And where were you at doing that video that was kind of like thrown off at y'all were just out of the spare of the moment, you decided to shoot the video there, right?
Valientes. Valientes
Was that one?
banks, but this one, they were both filmed in my hometown.
Hmm.
Valientes on the riverbanks, and
Okay.
Ni Modo was at the Lake Casablanca.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. Great scenery right there también for that great video. Mr. Juan Mendoza's tuned into the show también also. Yes. And he says, Keith, trim the beard, look 5 years younger. Yes. And I guess it's been about a week now. Yeah. So I got tired of the other deal. I said, let me get it off. Anyhow, guys,
Yeah.
it's not about me. It's about Maritza Gomez tonight. She is here live on the show and sharing her music with everyone out there. So do you have any upcoming shows in the works or anything in the books right now that you have scheduled for anybody that's around those areas? Or give me some dates and some venues or where you're going to be at.
At the moment, I'm working on more music. We have music projects going on. We do have plans for our Christmas. I do have a Christmas parade, a Christmas float, which we called Feliz Holiday.
Okay.
And
Nice.
that one, we come out in the parade locally every year, but we are working on plans of taking it to other cities as well.
Wonderful. Awesome. Good deal. And I know, again, Female Entertainer of the Year is what your nomination over at the Guadalupe Awards that's going to be held here actually in Houston at El Social coming up very soon. Is the voting still open for that?
It still is, yes.
Still is? Okay. Wonderful. So you guys that are out there, go ahead and go out there and cast your vote. You know, there's all kinds of selections out there and categories and whatnot. You can look her up on her Facebook page también, and you can, look her up so that way you guys get the link, to log in and whatnot and cast your vote. Give her a vote. That's what we're here for también, is to share that information with you guys out there. She was nominated for Female Entertainer of the Year 2025 Guadalupe Conjunto Awards, I believe it is there here in H-Town. So so congratulations to you once again on that accomplishment as well. I mean, you haven't gotten there yet, but you're nominated is just good enough. You know what I mean? I'm sure. Yes, just being nominated, period.
In April of 2020, I wrote my first song. 4 years later, in the fall of last year, I was nominated Best New Female Artist of the Year to the Tejano Music Awards.
Nice.
And it was just amazing. It was I don't know, unbelievable. I was surrounded with so much talent, so many artists and huge artists, and to be among them and be in the limo with them and in the red carpet was, I mean, your song is taking you somewhere, where, it was just amazing. It's
totally different atmosphere from the salsa and the tortillas in the neighborhood, right? Yes. So yeah, definitely. Congratulations on your nomination. That's from Michela Promotions también. She says that as well. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for playing my music, for having me today, and opening more doors for me.
Sure.
Everyone that's been playing my music and downloading it, and thank you for listening to it. I really appreciate you doing that and liking it as well.
Yes, for sure. And Valientes, guys, again, it's available on all digital platforms. Now available Spotify Music, YouTube, and Apple Music, and whatever platform you guys use. Go out there and stream it. Search her name, Maritza Gomez. It'll pop up. Valientes, Ni Modo. They're all there, guys, and the rest of her songs, okay? So go out there and search and add it to your playlist, okay? That's right. Maritza Gomez. Remember that name, all right? She's doing great things right now. And any plans, like I said, you're recording new music right now. You have anything in the future cooking in the lab? What do you got?
Yeah, so I'm actually working on another song. It's a new genre for me.
Oh, really? She ain't gonna spill the beans.
But yeah, It's yeah, it's a new genre. I have not recorded this one, this type of genre. But hey, you can't limit yourself.
Yeah,
You
true.
you gotta face your fears, go beyond that, and just try it.
Hmm.
So I'm working on that. I'm also pending on a collaboration with Tony Guerrero, so that's
Okay.
coming as well. And I'm continuing to work on more projects, um, of songs that I've written that have not been released. And right now it's just about being in the studio. Last year, I had a minor setback. I had knee surgery on one of my
Okay.
legs, and it prevented me from getting into the studio. I was only
All
able
right.
to one song, and that was Ven a Bailar. That was released in December. So I've got a lot of catching up to do, and that's my priority right now, to record, release my songs, and try new things, try new genres, just like
Yeah.
Valiente, being norteño, and so the other one, it's yeah, the other one's
Yeah. Y'all gonna have to wait for that one though. She ain't gonna say nothing on that.
didn't, we already recorded the first part, and I should be getting back in for the second half this
Mhm.
weekend. So a lot of times, you think, well, it's this holiday, they're not going to do much. Well, the holidays, when in my case, I thrive, more. it,
Mhm.
it just fuels me to just get in the studio and do it.
Yeah.
Just Valientes, we recorded it on Easter Monday.
Mm.
Everything
Mm.
off, but we were in the studio, we were filming, we were doing so many things. So Mother's Day weekend, yes, we're gonna be with our moms. Yes, we're celebrating ourselves as mothers, but I'm also gonna be working. So
Yeah.
make
You
great.
never know. Families around, so there can be something there that can blossom into another song just in the matter of minutes. You never know.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to releasing that song soon for everyone, and hearing your feedback also, because
Yeah,
that helps us as artists.
for sure.
Can pursue to write another one and record another one just like it, and work it from there.
There you go. Maritza Gomez, my guest out of Laredo, Texas, guys, here tonight. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Anybody that's out there that wants to follow you on your social media platforms, give them your handles. What social media are you on?
Of course, you can follow me on TikTok, Maritza Gomez 2021, or my YouTube channel, Maritza Gomez 2020, or you can search me up on Facebook, Maritza Montano Gomez.
There you go. All right. Search her up, guys, and give her a follow, and keep up with all the latest and greatest things that's happening with her as well. So if you guys are going to be in H-Town soon, look up those social. That's right. Look up El Social. That's where the Conjunto Awards are going to be out there with Guadalupe Awards, and she will be there, I believe, as well. She'll be nominated Female Entertainer of the Year. Go out there and cast your vote. I know all the voting is still open, and go out there and add her music to your playlist as well. It's available everywhere, and everywhere music is available. So, yeah, Maritza, again, it was an honor to have you on the show. Appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me here, so that way we can share your music with everybody in our world over here as well.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And muchísimas gracias por seguirme apoyando, a todos los que están aquí ahorita en esta plataforma. Gracias por escuchar mis canciones y gracias por su apoyo. Los quiero, que Dios me los bendiga, y viene más de Maritza Gómez.
There
Stay tuned.
you go. Stay tuned, guys. All right. Thank you, Maritza. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Ciao.